Today we will study chapter 6 of History, class 6, new questions and ideas. Ankha's school trip. This was the first time Ankha was going on a school trip. They boarded the train from Pune in Maharashtra late at night to go all the way to Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Her mother, who came to see her off at the station, told the teacher, "Do tell the children about the Buddha and take them to see Sarnath as well." Why Ankha's mother says so? So let's study. The story of Buddha. Lord Buddha, his real name was Siddhartha. He was born at Lumbini. He belonged to Shakya clan. He was a prince. Gautam was his another name of Lord Buddha. But around 2500 years ago, founder of Buddhism, he belonged to Kshatriya Varna. He left home at a young age in search of knowledge. He wandered for several years, meeting and holding discussions with other thinkers. Lord Buddha attained enlightenment at Bodh Gaya under a peepal tree. After this, he was known as Buddha or the wise man. He gave his first discourse at Sarnath near Varanasi. That's why Ankha's mother told to her teacher to visit Sarnath also. Teaching of Buddha. He taught, life is full of suffering and unhappiness which is caused due to unfulfilled desires. Even if we get what we want, we are never satisfied. This he described as thirst or tanha or trishna. This constant craving could be removed by following moderation in everything. He taught people to be kind and to respect the lives of others, including animals. The results of our actions or karma affect us both in this life and the next. Main teachings of Buddha. The Four Noble Truths. The world is full of sufferings. The main cause of suffering is desire. One man must get rid of desire to end sufferings. To end desire, one must follow the Eightfold Path. The main teachings of the Buddha are the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path or the Ashtangic Mark. Depiction of Eightfold Path. And what are these Eightfold Paths? Right view, right intentions, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, and right mindfulness. The Buddha taught in Prakrit, the language of ordinary people, so that everybody could understand his message. The stupa at Sarnath. This building, known as stupa, was built to mark the place where the Buddha first taught his message. He passed away at Kushinara. The story of Kissa Gautami. Here is a famous story about the Buddha. Once there was a woman named Kissa Gautami whose son had died. She was so sad that she roamed through the streets of the city carrying the child with her, asking for help to bring him back to life. A kind man took her to the Buddha. The Buddha said, "Bring me a handful of mustard seeds and I will bring your child back to life." Kissa Gautami was overjoyed and started off at once. But the Buddha gently stopped her and added, "The seeds must come from the house of a family where nobody has died." Kissa Gautami went from door to door, but wherever she went, she found out that someone or the other, father, mother, sister, brother, husband, wife, child, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother had died. So, what was the Buddha trying to teach the sorrowing mother? That's the death is the truth of a life. who come in this world once he have to back in the other world. Rise of new ideas, the Upanishads. Upanishad means sitting near the Guru. It is in the form of conversations between Guru and disciple. It discusses about creation of world, man, human, conduct, meditation, etc. Most of the thinkers were Brahmin, men and Rajas. Very few thinkers were women and poor. Gargi and Satyakam Jawala were one of them. The Upanishads were part of the later Vedic text around 2500 years ago. Gargi was a female thinker famous for her learning and participated in debates held in royal courts. Satyakam Jawala had a deep desire to learn about reality, was accepted as a student by a Brahmin teacher named Gautam, and became one of the best known thinkers of the time. The Upanishadic thinkers believed that Atma and Brahm were one. Many of the ideas of the Upanishads were later developed by the famous thinker Shankaracharya. Upanishads. There are about 108 Upanishads. 11 are main: Kain, Katha, Isha, Prashant, Mundaka, Kaushitaki, Taittiriya, Aitareya, Brihadaranyaka, Sevasavatra and Chandogya. Philosophers all over the world study these Upanishads. The Wise Beggar. Here is a dialogue based on a story from one of the most famous Upanishads, the Chandogya Upanishad. Shaunak and Abhipratrin were two sages who worshipped the universal soul. Once, as they sat down to eat, a beggar came and asked for some food. "We cannot spare anything for you," Shaunak said. "Learned sirs, whom do you worship?" the beggar asked. "The universal soul," Abhipratrin replied. "Ah, it means that you know that the universal soul fills the entire world." Yes, we know that," the sages nodded. "If the universal soul fills the whole world, it fills me too. Who am I but a part of the world?" the beggar asked. "You speak the truth, O young Brahmin. Then, O sages, by not giving me food, you are actually denying food to the universal soul." So the sages realized the truth of what the beggar said and shared their food with him. So all the Upanishads are full of stories like this. There are 6 schools of Indian philosophy: Vaisheshika by Konark, Nyaya by Gautam, Sankhya by Kapil, Yoga by Patanjali, Purva Mimamsa by Jaimini, Vedanta और Uttar Mimamsa by Vyas. Panini the grammarian. He was the father of linguistics and grammar. He was a famous scholar and the earliest known Sanskrit grammarian. He formed the rules on Sanskrit syntax and semiotics. He was creator of the most scientific grammar that can be used in computer programming and in natural language processing. Jainism. Vardhaman Mahavir was the most famous thinker of Jain. He was a Kshatriya prince of the Lichavi group, a part of Vajji Sangh. The followers of Mahavir were known as Jains. Why they are known as Jains? Because the term Jains derived from the term Jina and its meaning is conqueror. He left home at the age of 30 and attained enlightenment after 12 years. Jainism. The disciple used to lead a simple life. They have to be honest and beg for food to practice the rules of ahimsa. His teachings were written down 1500 years ago. They are kept at Vallabhi, a place in Gujarat. Teachings of Mahavira. The teachings of Mahavira are combinedly known as 3 Ratnas: right belief, right knowledge, and right action. Men and women who wish to know the truth must leave their homes. Jainas had to observe celibacy. They had to be honest and were especially asked not to steal. Man had to give up everything, including their clothes. The teachings of Mahavira and his followers were transmitted orally for several centuries. He taught in Prakrit. The Sangh. Both Mahavira and Buddha had similar ideas. They both felt only those who left their homes can acquire true knowledge. They established many monasteries known as Viharas in Hindi. It is a Buddhist monastery at Udaigiri. The Life at Sangh. Vinay Pitaka was the rule book of Buddhist Sangh. People who joined Sangh meditated most of the time. They used to beg for food. They were regarded as bhikkhus. There were separate branches for men and women in the Sangha. All men could join the Sangh, but children had to take the permission of their parents, slaves that of their masters, women had to take their husband's permission, debtors that of creditors. They went to cities and villages begging for food were known as bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. Zoroaster. He was an Iranian prophet. His teachings are contained in a book named Avesta. Language of Avesta is similar to Vedas. Teachings of Zoroaster: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. It is a verse from the Zend Avesta. Lord, grant strength and the rule of truth and good thinking, by means of which one shall create peace and tranquility. Thank you so much. Hope you understand the chapter.